Alright, so I was just chilling, playing some Fortnite, Daft Punk skin came out, and you know I had to consume. Don't we love consuming, guys? Consume, consume, consume. I promise I'll take my meds after this video, but first, surprisingly, it's been a minute since we talked about Habibi. Habibi? What the why did I say Habibi? It's been a minute since we talked about Hasan Piker. Yes, I know, Hasan bad, Hasan evil, Hasan banned. Can you guys really blame me? This guy's literally the idiot that just keeps giving, and I am forever grateful. Thank you, Hasan. I don't know how long this video will be. I just saw this on Twitter, and I was like, you know what? I kind of have something to say about that. Surprising, right? And this is related to the lawsuits which are going right now between kaceytron, denims, and frogan. I've talked about those three individuals to great extent over the last few months. So this tweet says, Hasan tells Ethan Klein to drop the lawsuits. Not to give too much away, but a lawyer, the YouTube lawyer, Legal Mindset, responded to Hasan and pretty much humiliated him.
That he laid off you because of the whole Charlie Kirk thing, so there's that at least. Great. Remember when he also said that I falsely claimed that I was issuing a death threat against his wife?
All right, 10 seconds in, I mean, you pretty much did. You didn't say it directly. You were like, I mean, it would be the equivalent if I said, yeah, guys, someone should definitely get him. Who is him? I don't know who you're talking about. As I put a picture of him on screen. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Anyone that is called Hasan that lives in LA is a Twitch streamer should be attacked. And YouTube, I am quoting, all right? This is satirical, okay? I'm not being genuine. Do not give me another strike for being satirical. This is a what-if scenario, and of course, I don't condone violence of any kind, all right? I'm just gonna dance around it, but you guys know what I mean, right? That is essentially what he did with Hila Klein. That's just my 2 cents. That's what I think. I might be wrong, but I'm never wrong. Never once. No, never. Never.
Drop the lawsuits, Ethan. Drop the lawsuits. You know they're frivolous. You know it has nothing to do with copyright or anything like that. You'll win a lot more good favor if you were to do that. I know you think that the people that you're attacking are unfavorable by the new audience that you have cultivated, but it's a good gesture.
No. Sue those people to the ground. I want them to be homeless on the street begging for money. I want those people to be like, oh, can anyone throw me $1? I haven't ate in 5 days. You know who could use that? Frogan. Now, Frogan spends all of her money on food and DoorDash and Uber Eats. That's literally all she spends her money on. kaceytron spends her money on Labubus and weed. And this is news to me, guys. I did not know that Hasan was a lawyer. They're frivolous. You shouldn't really go on with them. Let them live. No, someone needs to teach those dorks a lesson. I truly do think those people, that's what you get. Actions have consequences. These are the same people that were advocating for the CPS situation a few months back. It's like they didn't care for Ethan, his family, or his children. Why should Ethan or others, and I'll throw myself in that conversation, why should we care about what happens to them? If they don't care about us, why should we care about them? kaceytron, denims, and frogan are all bad faith individuals. I have zero empathy for them, truth be told. If they lose everything and they have to work as a fucking middle school janitor, no hate to janitors. If they have to do that, would I feel bad for them? No, I think they need a reality check. And I think this will teach them and set the example that if you steal content, we will come after you.
The people that you're attacking are unfavorable by the new audience that you have cultivated, but it's a good gesture. I'm sure he's not actually going to lay off regardless. He just seems like a petty tyrant himself, just so thin-skinned, so narcissistic. He feels like when people have wronged him in his mind, he just never stops. It's clear to me. The reason why I say that is because he didn't stop even when his own fans were like, dude, just shut the fuck up about this. Like, okay, we got it. We hate Hasan. He sucks.
Honestly, based Ethan, icon Ethan for being petty like that. You need to do what you gotta do. It's like, if I was in this situation, would I let them go just because an idiot like Hasan said, you gotta let it go, dude. You have no chance of winning. You know it's not gonna work out and you'll gain more virtual points if you don't. It's like, bro, do you think that's gonna work? If anything, that's just gonna make him want to pursue them even further. Now, I did say that Legal Mindset tweeted about this. Hasan, please stop pretending you understand anything about copyright law. You can barely read properly. based Sigma lawyer? You don't get it. His chat agree with him. That makes him right. What would you know with your legal degree? Pathetic. We got the Hasan Piker dick riders here. Saying that to a man who has a double major in political science and communication studies is wild. Bro, you're literally replying to a lawyer. I would assume a lawyer would know more than someone with a major in political science. I don't know, guys. Who do I trust? A guy with a political science degree or a lawyer? I think the answer is pretty clear here. But according to these Twitter retards, I mean, I don't want to say retard anymore. I'm trying to cut that from my vocabulary, but you know, I just relapsed, so my bad. These idiots, these Twitter idiots, think they know everything, but you don't, buddy. You're just a very stupid human being. And the yapping continues. Hasan doesn't stop.
Down to YouTubers who spent the last 2 years cementing their legacy as rapacious dick riders of Israel by trying to deplatform all of its prominent critics. Of course, they still, on the one hand, are seemingly proud of their accomplishments in that time period, while simultaneously trying to rewrite the narrative as though they did not actively try to call every somewhat brown or Muslim-sounding critic of Israel a terrorist, an Islamist fundamentalist terrorist of the highest order that deserves not only scrutiny, but also potential prosecution.
What that mean, nigga?
But isn't Hasan white? Like, the only brown I mean, kaceytron is white. The only brown person there is denims. And she's not even, I guess, the brown, the evil brown that Hasan is talking about here. The terrorist brown, if you will. It's like this. As a color expert, you are white. White passing, as my favorite Twitch streamer would say. I want to be part of the suppressed community, guys. I am just like you, for real, for real. My name is Hasan and I'm brown. I mean, one thing is correct. Your name is Hasan. This has nothing to do with color, my dude, my amigo. This has nothing to do with color. This has to do with actions, and the chaos that you and your orbiters have done to society, to the community, is bad. You guys have done more harm than good. So stop trying to be, you know, I'm just like them, for real, guys. Look at me, I'm so relatable. Am I right?
Deplatforming, so much so that the entire platform that hosts any sort of dissent against Israel and Israel's genocide must also suffer material harm. Wonder who I'm talking about. Wonder who I could be referencing. A person who, now that fucking now that TikTok is back in the hands of someone who is sympathetic to the Zionist cause, might be trying to rewrite history. There are things that people like this could do, like, I don't know, drop the frivolous litigation pursuit. That could be a good start for people to let bygones be bygones. I don't know if it would rewrite the history.
I just noticed something as I'm sitting here watching this. There's people out there, and this is sad. It makes me want to cry just knowing this, but there's people in our society, in this beautiful, complicated, ugly planet we live in, who genuinely sit for hours and listen to what Hasan Piker needs to say, and they take him seriously on top of that. I just noticed that, and that is tragic. And they blindly agree with him. They're just like, Hasan, you're so fucking hot. Yeah, I agree with whatever you want me to say. You want me to become a terrorist? I could become a terrorist if you want me to, if that's your wish. As a matter of fact, my body is yours, Hasan. Do with it as you will. You could use me as a human shield. This sounds like someone that's trying to sound smart, but they have no idea what they're actually talking about. That's the impression I get whenever I see a clip of Hasan. If any of my family members told me, yo, you know, I love Hasan. Hasan is my favorite Twitch streamer. I watch him every single day for 8 hours straight. We're gonna have to be cutting some people off.
Just thinking out loud here. People who have made beeper jokes over and over again whenever, you know, Frogan was on screen, only to turn around and be like, beeper jokes? We would never make light of the Mossad terror attack on Lebanese people. We would never do that.
Bro, what? We're just calling Frogan fat, which is objectively the truth. All right, she's a skinny legend. So, So I don't know what Hasan is on about, but I think I'm not the only one who needs to take their normal pills, all right? Something is clearly wrong with you. Maybe take a little break. Maybe ask for Dan Clancy to ban you again during your day off. I think that might do you a pretty solid. I hope Ethan saw this and he was like, I'm gonna sue them 10 times harder. I mean, that's what I would do. But yeah, I mean, we just witnessed Hasan begging for mercy for their friends. And it's like, Ethan hasn't been unreasonable. You know what I mean? Ethan has been pretty fair when it comes to all of this. He was open and willing to settle with denims, with kaceytron, with frogan, and they both left him unread. He got ignored. One of the girls got too greedy and wanted to keep even more money. So there's been opportunities to settle this, to pay less, to fix this. It's just that the other party doesn't want to cooperate. And at that point, what do? You had like 2 or 3 different chances to settle out of court, but you didn't. And you have no one to blame but yourself. Congrats, you played yourself. Kaceytron, congrats, you played yourself. Frogan, I don't have stock in either Ethan or the Obs. I'm just here to call it what it is. And I'm just here to call it as fair as it possibly can be. But yeah, that's enough yapping. Subscribe or not. I don't know. I can't control you. I'm out. Bye.